In this video, I'm gonna show you how to carbon skin your interior trim parts. These are from BMW E46, and we're gonna take them from looking like this to looking like this when they're finished. And also, you don't need any special tools. So let's get into it. This carbon fiber here is 1x1. This is more period correct for the E46, as the E46 CSL from factory came with this type of carbon fiber inside and on the roof. Before you start anything, you need to have your parts prepped. That means they need to be sanded, and if the part is silver or bright color, you need to paint it black before you apply the carbon. Here I'm applying strong adhesive. It has to be transparent as well, in case it goes through the fiber. This way you won't see anything on the front of the part. And this stabilizes the fiber and also sticks to the part really well. I'm using Tessa, but you can also use Gorilla Glue. You have to apply it both on the fiber and the part. And you have to give it about 5 minutes for the glue to kind of dry, but not all the way. So when you touch it, it doesn't stick to your finger. If the part has a curvature like this, you have to lift the fiber to make contact with the part where the deepest point is, because the fiber won't stretch. So this way you make sure that it's gonna stick really nicely throughout the part. At this point you don't need to apply too much pressure, it's just to get the part stuck on, so this way you can start cutting the fiber around it. For this part you're gonna need really good scissors, because carbon fiber can be difficult to cut. If the scissors are really sharp, this would go smooth. You can cut the fiber a lot closer to the part, but I like to give myself a little bit of an edge just to wrap it around. Sometimes I just cut this excess once the part is completely disconnected from the big sheet of carbon. So you can do it each way you like, but just keep in mind when you apply resin, sometimes the edges could lift, and this assures that you will have a good connection on the back side of the part so that it doesn't happen. This step here is critical for a good finish at the end. So make sure that the carbon is aligned really nicely. If it has any type of bubbles and stuff, just lift the carbon and pull it, and this way everything will go to flat. But make sure you're not pulling on the fibers too much, because it will make a distortion in the fibers, and you don't want to have that on your carbon fiber parts. Once you're satisfied with the way everything looks, you can apply a bit of pressure just for that glue to completely make contact everywhere. So this way when you apply the resin, it will not lift. You're gonna have to use some heat, and sometimes from heat this could happen. Just apply pressure and let it dry really well before the resin. If you're happy with the result, just set it to the side and continue with the rest of the parts. If you're not happy, just rip it apart and do it again. You don't want to finish your parts with defects on them. But if you pay close attention, this should not be difficult to get without any defects at all. And the process goes on for every single part. The flat ones are the easiest to do. Just stick them on the carbon, cut around them, and you're good to go. But again, make sure the edges are covered really well, and also the fibers are aligned the way you would like the end product to look like. So keep that in mind. Once you have all of them done, you have to start prepping your resin. On the resin there are so many options. I don't want to suggest anything. You can just Google it and you'll find good options. Make sure they are UV resistant, and you just need a cup, scale, and you can just mix the hardener with the resin and go for it. But make sure it's resin for hand layup, not for infusion, because that's a lot thinner and you're gonna have to apply a lot of coats to get to the same result. You have to make sure you apply thick coats and just give it time based on the instructions on your resin. I like to use the heat gun in between the layers, so this way I get rid of all the bubbles that might create on the surface. The resin that I'm using here gives me about 2 hours until I can apply the next coat of resin, but you have to read the instructions on your package. It differs from brand to brand, so make sure you stick to the instructions you have on the package. After 2 hours you can reapply coats until you are satisfied. I would go up to like 3 or 4 coats and then leave it 24 hours to cure, and you can start sanding the whole part to flat. Sometimes there might be some pinholes left behind, but that's okay because you're gonna apply new resin coats after that. One thing I want to mention is when you apply resin, it's good to have the parts that don't need to have resin on them covered with masking tape. It's gonna make life a lot easier when it comes to cleaning all of that excess resin that's gonna drip all over the part. This time 2 layers should be enough to get all of those pinholes filled and to get a perfect level surface. Then you have to leave it for another 24 hours to cure and you can start sanding. You need to go through all the steps of sanding, like 80 grit, 200, 400, and then you can actually use clear coat and it should be perfect. If it's not perfect, then you can also polish the part in a few days once the clear coat is cured. And this is the end result. I'm really happy with the way they turned out. I hope that you enjoyed this process and you're gonna give it a try. This is not complicated at all, but you have to be really paying attention to all details and make sure you respect all the instructions on the label. This way you get the perfect result at the end. I used 2K clear coat here to cover the parts, and they need to stay for another 3 days to cure, and then they can also be polished. That's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please consider liking this video because it's gonna help with the growth. Subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next one.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh,